Hello, Holliston. Welcome to Rowles Fieldhouse tonight for senior night. Your Holliston Panthers are taking on the Westwood Wolverines in Tri-Valley action. The game is brought to you by Holliston Cable Television and is available on YouTube, on HCAT's YouTube page live. I'm Brian Winston, along with my co-host Bryson Mustard. Bryson, the building's filling up tonight for senior night.
Yeah, it's filling up, and I think for a good reason. I mean, if you look at, tonight's senior night. Tonight is about these seniors, and if you look at what they've faced through their 4 years of playing here, I mean, you have COVID. There's been 3 different head coaches. There's been every year is below 500 in terms of their record. So I think tonight's a good way for them to sort of show what they've overcome and overcome that adversity in an emotional way with grandparents here, parents here, a big student section. So I think it should be a good game.
And as you said, yes, a lot of people here, and I sense even just the team coming out of the locker room seems to have an extra little spark in it.
Definitely. And I think that's huge for going against a great team, the best team in the TVL, Westwood, with coming into this game at 10-7, Holliston 3-13. So obviously they're the underdog, but I think the senior night thing really makes it a more evenly game.
That's right. It will be for sure. And Holliston, of course, coached by Chris Venetian, and we have some senior night activities coming up here. So the seniors and their families being recognized. Senior Bobby Frassinelli.
Some words from Coach Venetian saying Bobby is the workhorse of this team. Bobby will give everything he has into whatever we are working on, and Bobby sets the tone in practices and games with how hard he works.
That does not surprise me. Bobby is just a little younger than my sons, and I remember Bobby on my youngest team's soccer team. I think he was in kindergarten or first grade at the time.
Wow. And
always had an energy, was always all over the field, and always had a smile on his face. Just seemed like a great kid to coach.
As he does right now.
Senior Owen Zacheski.
Owen always looked to compete no matter what we were doing, whether it was on the court or seeing who could eat the most sugar cookies at a team dinner. Owen brought a great physical style of play to the team this season.
Yeah, although he might like the sugar cookies, Owen looks like he keeps himself in pretty darn good shape there, and with his parents, dad, a longtime teacher here in Holliston. Senior Michael Gonzalez.
Mike is a great point guard who has very high basketball IQs. Mike knows the offense well and understands the strengths of his teammates. Mike will help guys get into the right spot in plays, says Coach Venetian.
Comes from a line of basketball players. 2 older brothers played, and parents. Very much a basketball family, the Gonzalezes.
One of them played lacrosse at Rivers, right?
Yes, his middle brother Brian did, and was also an excellent basketball player. Senior Dylan Foley.
Coach says Dylan has been great for us this season. Dylan listens to coaching well, listens to his teammates well, and is a great personality in our program. Dylan was always there to make the team laugh and then score some big baskets for us in the post.
Yeah, Dylan's another kid, always has a smile on his face, likes to have fun, for sure. I've taken a trip down memory lane. I also remember coaching Dylan in baseball. I think he was in probably 2nd or 3rd grade and had a great swing at that time, but always just a fun kid, which great attitude, and just loved the game, loved to play, and I can see that on the court as well. Senior Caden Dumas.
Caden has been a great player for us this year. He was typically tasked with guarding the other team's best player. He was always extremely competitive in practice and always had a positive attitude with our team.
Caden's another kid, this team has a bunch of fun personalities on it, that's for sure.
They really do.
He's another guy who always seems to have a smile on his face and likes to have fun playing the game he loves. Number 3, senior Andre Koev.
Andre is the vocal leader of our team. He is a player who gives 100% effort into every single drill and holds other players accountable. He's great to be around both on and off the court.
Yeah, Andre's been on the courts of Holliston for a long time. I remember seeing him play some travel ball. I did a couple of games for their age group back when they were in 7th and 8th grade, and has a motor about him too on the court. I can imagine he must be a good athlete in some other sports as well. Senior Joey Gentile.
Coach says Joey is a competitor in every sense of the word. Joey brings an energy into practice and games that takes our team to a different level. Joey was undersized in a lot of his matchups this season, but won almost every matchup he had.
Yeah, Joe's just a super kid, and I've spent a lot of time with Joe and his family over the years. Again, another teammate of my son's in baseball and basketball over the years, and Joe just loves to play sports. Quiet kid, but at least on the court. But you see his passion through sports, and his parents, Lynn and Joe, are great people.
3-sport captain, I'm pretty sure, this year.
Excellent point.
Yeah.
And senior Austin Merkin.
Austin was a phenomenal player for us this season. Austin set the tone with how to work, how to want to win. Austin wanted to win every single drill, game, and competition we had. Austin pushed other players to improve throughout the season, and we will miss that next season, said Coach Venetian.
Yeah, Austin's been the workhorse for this team and the top scoring player on the team. And you see him out there with his family, his mom Kelly, father Andrew, both coaches actually at Westwood High back in the day, and successful coaches. And brother Spencer, a Holliston alumnus and former captain as well.
Good to see him back.
Those are your seniors for Holliston in 2023.
What's going on? What?
And we're recognizing senior Bryson Mustard.
I didn't know this was happening.
An impromptu salute to Bryson, my co-host, a senior, and congratulations to your upcoming graduation, Bryson.
Thank you very much. That's a nice surprise. Wow. Thank you.
Holliston, including everybody, which is great, and all members of the Holliston basketball family going to do a group senior picture with the families and team. Good number of seniors here, so Coach Venetian going to have his work cut out for him next year.
Definitely. I think there is a lot of potential, though, with some of these younger guys like Vaughn, Schmidt, Daly, Salem. So I think Coach, he's losing some, but there's going to be a lot of guys that can step up for this team next year.
And certainly some minutes are going to be available too. So these kids, I would like to think the seniors and the juniors and the sophomores will be motivated in this off season to get some practice in and get some time on the court, and a lot of room there and opportunities next year, which
Definitely.
is great.
And that's unfortunate. I mean, it's unfortunate to see some of these losses, but I guess the bright side is these younger guys got some chances to get in and play during that, bench time towards the third and fourth quarter of a lot of these games.
That is true. So that unfortunately, they've had too many of those opportunities, like you said, but it does give them a little experience, which will help them next year in the Tri-Valley League. So big group of seniors and their families at center court here at Rowles Fieldhouse for another senior night in Holliston. So I believe as they get things organized here, looks like they're going to reset the clock for the players to warm up. And we'll take a break and we'll be back with the action in just a few moments here on Senior Night in Holliston. Welcome back to senior night here at Rowles Fieldhouse in Holliston for the matchup between the Panthers and the Wolverines of Westwood. We're going to have player introductions in a moment and the national anthem coming up. Just had some senior night festivities and pictures with the family. And Bryson, what do you expect? Any particular strategy for the Panthers coming out against this tough Wolverine team?
Well, since it's senior night, we know they're going to obviously start all seniors and try to get as many of them in from the start as they can. But I don't think it's going to be a game where they're necessarily just commemorating the seniors. I think they're still going to play with that edge that they need to. And the last time they faced was December 20th, and it was only a 51-40 loss for Holliston. So it's by no means an out-of-reach game.
Well, that's good to see. I hope what you say comes true. It'd be nice to see the Panthers go out with a win here at home in their final game. That is number 1 for Westwood, Eli Ifra. Number 3, Max Jacobson. Number 12, that is Brendan Donegan. Number 13, Patrick Cassavant. And number 24, Andrew Weeman. Your Westwood Wolverine starters. And now here come the hometown Panthers. Expecting a senior-heavy starting lineup here.
Definitely.
And there's number 4, senior Bobby Frassinelli. Senior number 33, Caden Dumas. Number 3, senior Andre Koev. Senior captain, number 25, Joey Gentile. And number 35, senior captain Austin Merkin, as those 5 boys and the other seniors playing their final home game here in Holliston will pause for the national anthem.
And the head coach of the Panthers, Chris Venetian. At this time, I'd invite you all to please stand if you can, remove your caps, so that we may honor everyone with the playing of our national anthem.
Okay, we're ready for action. Tip-off coming up here on this Wednesday night in Holliston between your Panthers and Westwood. Final home game for their seniors. I know you know a couple of these guys. Any pregame talk from them?
Well, yeah, I got an interesting word from Austin. He said he's only as good as his last game. So I think we might be seeing a little show from him. But, Brian, I noticed in that moment, I think when we're all turned to the flag, looking at the names on the wall, seeing the class of 2023, that's when it really hits for these guys. This isn't, oh, we're just here to support our seniors tonight. This is them. They're in that spot tonight. It must be a little surreal.
Absolutely. Hard to believe. I'm sure it flew by for them and for the coaching staff as well, as Caden Dumas looking to take the tip. They've got a net to fix here to our right. That was caught up in the rim, and here we go for our opening tip-off. Dumas versus Donegan, and your starting 5 for the Panthers, all seniors, of course. as Dumas goes for the tip. And we're off. Westwood gets the tip and pushes. Panthers in their usual man-to-man. Looking very active tonight, Bryson, so far.
Definitely, and I think the Red Sea has a big part in that.
Gym decorated for the seniors. A little more extra inspiration as they get the ball down low. Looked like it was maybe tipped from behind. Rebound Frassinelli. Good job by Gentile.
That's exactly what I wanted to see. Not letting points on Westwood's first possession.
Merkin has the ball up top as the Panthers set up their offense. Westwood man-to-man at the moment. Koev resets to Frassinelli. These guys have played together for a few years. Some of them going back many years, all the way to kindergarten together. As the shot clock approaches 10, Merkin with the jumper. It's long.
I like that. He has no hesitation.
Yeah, I think you're right about that, what you had said earlier. I have a feeling he's going to be putting them up tonight, and he needs to. Let's be honest, he needs to in order for Holliston to win.
And I think that's been the case last year and this year, but especially tonight. I mean, how many more times are we going to say it? But senior night, it's a huge deal.
Ball is inbounded under the Panther basket. Westwood having a little trouble getting their offense going because of the good Panther defense. A lot of communication. Frassinelli maybe gets away with a reach. The stop and pull-up is good. That was number 3, Max Jacobson for Westwood. They come up with a two-man trap and confuse Merkin a little bit as he is able to get it over to Frassinelli as the Panthers reset. So
wasn't expecting the heat that quickly from Westwood, but I guess they're going to do it.
Waited for their first made basket, it seems, as Merkin works to his left, working one-on-one, and they're going to call him for a charge. A little bit of a push-off there. I'm not sure that call could have gone the other way as well.
They got to be really careful to protect him from getting too many fouls too early, because what happens is he gets 2 to 3 and then he's sitting for most of the second quarter and he loses any momentum that he gets going.
Yeah, we've seen that before. They've got to keep him on the court. So Westwood's ball early in this contest. Nice lefty move by number 24. That is Andrew Weeman. Good spin move.
Bobby's just outsized on that one.
And again, this is going to be some physical defense by Merkin and Weeman, who is guarding him. And Merkin's not going to have any of it. You know, he's as you pointed out before in our last game, 2 coaches, parents, both coaches. He knows how to play the game, and he's not going to back down anybody.
He lives and breathes basketball.
As he works again. Top of the key, ball in his hands quite a bit. Beautiful feed to Dumas and good.
That's vintage Austin Merkin.
Drew the double team and a fantastic bounce pass, and Dumas ready for it. Give him credit, and went right up with it. I love when the big men don't put it to the floor and they go right up to the basket without the dribble on the catch. That's fantastic fundamental basketball.
Dumas is always there to finish.
So a Panther foul, I think, while I was talking. Frassinelli his first. 5:20 to go early in this senior night game. 4-2 Westwood. Pull-up jumper is good. It just softly goes in for Eli Ifra. As Koev again gets approached by that trap at half court. Something the Panthers, I'm not sure how much they've seen of that this year.
Yeah, it doesn't look like they've seen much of it. And in past games, when they do see it, I think that really gives them trouble. And that's probably what coach for Westwood is trying to take advantage of early on.
Andre a little strong off the backboard. Had a good look, though, the lefty, in his final game here in Holliston. Westwood drives, front rims it, but able to get his own rebound. It's a nice effort there by Cassavant. Shots long, tipped out, collected by Westwood. Shot clock restarts. Works the left side, nice hesitation. Great defense by Dumas. Three-pointer, long, rebound, Frassinelli.
Dumas making his mark early.
Oh, I thought Merkin was going to pull up there. Nick passes to go, and number 24 is all over him. Weeman has been all over him. Perhaps he mistook this for committee and field outside as a football game, but he's got 2 early fouls, I believe, number 24.
Yeah, and I think I haven't seen a lot of that, but that's a really interesting decision because 24, he's bigger and he's a little bit stronger than Merkin, so I think Merkin's really going to have to pull out the handles to beat him.
Yeah, you maybe rely on his quickness, but 2 early fouls on Weeman. But, give the kid credit. Very aggressive defense, and I always like that game plan. You got to be aggressive with the other team's best player, so that's a good move for Coach Ryan Douglas of Westwood. 6-2 Westwood early. 3:40 to go, first quarter. High trap. Westwood feeds. Gets around it. And a nice lay-in by Jacobson.
That's just a lack of communication there.
Koev. Bounce pass down low. Gentile. Looks like it'll be off Westwood. As a substitution is made, Mike Gonzalez comes in for Koev. Dumas inbounds to Gonzalez. There's Merkin taking the 3. It's long.
Good looking shot. Can't complain about that take.
Westwood, great play by Gentile, and attempted a steal almost, so disrupts the Westwood offense there, and there'll still be 25 seconds to go on the shot clock, but excellent anticipation by Gentile.
That's why he plays, and that's his role. I always say he's the Marcus Smart of this team. He's there for the great defense, the rebounds, and he's a great role player.
And that's what every good team needs, is somebody like that. Ball reaches the near side. It's a short, high off the glass, out of bounds, and it will be the Panther ball. So good D there, starting with the Gentile deflection as Gonzalez works, gets the ball over half court. Still man-to-man for Westwood. Gonzalez, Zakcheski checks in, and so does number 30, that is Owen Vaughn.
First junior to play tonight.
Zakcheski is short. Westwood controls it. Takes it in, and a nice block from behind. That was Zakcheski, I believe, from behind. Beautiful defense, and somehow not making any body contact.
Speaking of Marcus Smart, he's Marcus Smart, number 2 on this team. Him and Gentile, the 2 football players, physical kids, hard workers. Love to see that play from OZ.
So you got Merkin. Dylan Foley has checked into the game for the Panthers. Owen Zach. We got Mike Gonzalez and Owen Vaughn as well. Great trap by the Panthers. But that's too bad. That was an excellent trap by the Panthers, and give that Westwood player credit to see through the trees and find a cutting number 3. That is Max Jacobson for the layup and 1.
Yeah, that's obviously great offensive play for Westwood, but I'm really liking the team defense so far for Holliston. Granted, they're down 8, but I feel like they're still doing a good job playing together like we just saw in that trap there.
Yeah, I agree. And again, with just under 2 minutes to go in the quarter, as Westwood goes into a full court press now, trapping Gonzalez. Excellent bounce pass by Gonzalez as Merkin works around it. Bounce pass down low. Beautiful execution by the Panthers.
When we talked about the press, that's exactly what I wanted to see in my head. Right up the middle, Merkin working it through. Nice little bounce pass, and Foley for 2. I mean, that's perfect.
Textbook.
Yes.
Gonzalez, nice D on Ifra. Shot is going to be short, and Merkin's got the ball. Here come the Panthers. He adjusts. He's over half court. Head up. Head full of steam behind the back. Leans. No call. Foley gets it. Up and under. Just strong. Too bad. So at this point in the game, I mean, the Panthers have held Westwood to 11 points in the first quarter. That's excellent.
Yes.
The downside, Panthers only have 4 points.
So you got to get, I think, some of these players working more. I mean, Merkin's already taken a couple shots. Foley's taken a few. I think you just got to keep taking them because they're good shots. No one's being impulsive, and I think you just got to stick with it.
I agree, as Merkin works over to Foley. Just about 48 seconds to go in the quarter. 13-4 Westwood. Holliston's got to get something going here, hopefully in the final moments of the first quarter. Tipped away from Zacheski. And that's a foul from behind on Eli Ifra. That is Owen Zach. And, you know, I kind of like that that defense there. You know, you don't want to give up the easy layup.
And I respect the hustle back, definitely, but not everyone's LeBron. Can't block him on the glass like you blocking Iguodala.
First free throw is good for Eli Ifra. He'll go to the line for his second. That one bounces out, but I think they're going to get a foul on Westwood. Nope, they're not. Wow, that's tough. A Panther foul is called on the miss. And I think it is on Owen Zach. Yes, it is on Owen Zacheski. So Ifra back to the line, and that one's good. Just about 30 seconds to go. Shot clock is off. Really be nice to see the Panthers get a hoop here.
Yeah,
a little momentum.
I think a big three or something like that to really get them going before the.
And we'll take that as you speak, Bryson. With a beautiful, strong baseline move. And Panthers going to try to hold off Westwood here in the final 10 seconds. Westwood, a lot of backdoor cuts I'm noticing in their offense. Shot is rattled in and out. Rebound Foley. So Foley had some strong minutes here at this in the first quarter off the bench.
Yeah, 6 points. I want to say 2 rebounds. He's coming out and making his presence known, which is always a good sign from especially someone who's not a starter. He's missed some games this season, but making a great impression here on senior night.
Yeah, he's got all of Holliston's points here in against Westwood here at a 15-6 at the end of one. And you know, what more can we say? The Panther defense has been pretty good to hold a Westwood team to 15 points. Nothing wrong with that. It's the offense. Despite the good, the quality shots, they're just not going in.
No, and I think Merkin, like we talked about, they need to get him going, or if not, Merkin, Vaughn, because those two are the bread and butter in terms of points for this team. So if they're both not going, I think that could be a little bit of a problem. But it's still early enough where, you know, obviously all it takes is one shot, and then the next ones start falling.
Yeah, and Westwood's defensive plan, at least in the first quarter, is to be very aggressive and physical with the Panther star, Austin Merkin.
And that's what you have to do. I mean, that's textbook defense. I haven't seen a box and one, but I wouldn't be terribly shocked if I saw it. A lot of other TVL teams have ran this against Merkin, or even Vaughn here and there.
Yeah, unfortunately, outside shooting not a strength of this Panther team.
No.
So for teams to do that, that makes some sense. So it looks like Merkin again guarded by someone who's got a little bit of height on him, but different. It's not number 10. It's Victor Ganson who's now guarding Merkin at the moment. As the ball's worked to him, he up fakes baseline, pulls up, nothing there. Vaughn short, and an excellent rebound by Foley. Oh, he just stepped out, but excellent work on the boards by Foley.
He's been the story so far.
That's Dylan Foley, and he is a senior. So he's making it count, his final game here at Holliston. Panthers look like they're in a zone of some sort here.
Yeah, it looks like
That's
a 2-3.
Different look for the Panthers. Not much of a zone team.
Defending that offensive high post there for Westwood, number 33.
And too bad as he makes the jumper, but for a moment it looked like Westwood was confused and not planning on that. Foley high up top, looking for a cutter. It's Vaughn. Back to Merkin. He drives, pulls up at the free throw line. No good. Owen Zach fighting, and that'll be Panther ball. Well, I thought it would have been Panther ball. I thought it hit the back of the backboard.
Looked like it to me.
Wow.
Should have been a violation. Might have been missed.
No replay in high school basketball, unfortunately. We won't waste 10 minutes of your time looking it over, but that looked like a missed call to me.
I saw it too.
Regardless, it's now going to impact the Panthers because now it's a foul on number 24 for the Panthers, Dylan Foley. As Ephra will go to the line again. This is his third trip to the line already.
Yeah, and obviously free throws win or lose games, so if you keep sending him to the line, I think that could become a problem, and it already sort of has, but even more so.
Hometown crowd giving it to the visiting Westwood team. And it's good, so it's 18-6. Westwood still early in the second quarter, waiting for this Panther offense to kick into gear. Merkin high up top, he's trying to work on his man. Good defense, though. Nothing there. Gonzalez bounce pass to Vaughn, it's stripped.
That's a great look by Gonzalez, though. Nice backdoor bounce pass.
To the wing baseline. Looked like it went off. I guess I was wrong. I thought it went off number 4, Callahan, but it did not. It'll be Westwood ball with 28 on the shot clock.
They have the 6'7" guy in there, Logan Schmidt, try to defend that quick.
Look at this. So the Panthers have Schmidt, Foley, Vaughn, Gonzalez, and Merkin still in that zone. Westwood working around the perimeter. Three-pointer is off to the left, but that will become a Westwood rebound as they get baseline back up top. Swing it around. That's for 3. That is no good. And somehow Westwood got the rebound and a putback, and that's a great move by number 4. That is Sean Callahan, who went over the big guy.
Yeah, and I started to notice they were a little bit scared to penetrate, and he was just there to get the offensive rebound and put it back in. But the 2-3 was working if they're trying to shut down those inside shots.
Merkin driving, kicks it back out, wide open. Vaughn hesitates, drives. Beautiful, beautiful up fake and drive to the hoop. He gets himself fouled. He'll get to the line. That's Owen Vaughn.
I like that. Maybe, if these outside shots aren't falling, start to drive, start to get some fouls, go to the line and get these points back.
Vaughn's first one is good. He's a sophomore. And a number of substitutions for the Panthers. Dumas checks back in, as does Koev, and I believe Frassinelli as well. Joins Schmidt and Vaughn. That one rattles in and out. So is the story of the game here is solid Panther D, and the offense just has not caught up yet, as that ball just seems like every call going Westwood's way, as the Panther fans are not happy over that call.
As I would be having the same emotions if I were in the Red Sea.
Got to let them have it here. Hometown advantage, home court advantage. As Westwood tries to work in the perimeter, nothing there. Panthers staying in this 2-3 or 2-1-2 zone. Teardrop shot, long, but again, the Panther, there's a block by Schmidt, and here comes Dumas.
There you go, taking advantage of that height.
Dumas on the move, pulls up, throws it away. That was a good defensive set, though, previously for the Panthers.
Yeah, and these shots aren't coming easy for Westwood. They're definitely making them milk the clock a little bit and work the ball around.
Yeah, Panthers far from out of this game here, down to only 13, and the ball. Koev. Wing to Frassinelli. And tipped away, it'll be Panther ball. So a bounce goes the Panthers' way. Despite Coach Douglas trying to get the call, pointing the other way. Dumas will inbound it.
I'd like To see a nice pick and roll here to just get an easy 2 and get this offense moving, get them feeling confident about themselves.
At this point, it looks like nobody really wants to shoot.
And that's what I've noticed in previous games too. There's always this hesitation. Who's going to take the shot? Can I step up? I guess Vaughn can.
As we speak, it's a Vaughn 3. And the Panthers within 10. 3:32 to go. Can we call that 3 a run? I'm not sure. We might need another hoop to go along with that, but we'll take the 3.
It's a start.
Panthers seem to be energized. Home field. The fans here in Holliston getting loud, but then we have a whistle on the far side that I believe is Dumas. And that is the 5th team foul for the Panthers. So Westwood still inbounding. Quick 3 is long. Rebound Vaughn as he's trapped down low, but gets help from Koev. So Panthers a chance to get it under 10.
This is a huge possession. This starts the run. This shifts the energy. You got to convert for points here.
Koev off his foot. Dives for the ball. Rattles around. Oh, fantastic pass by the Westwood player, but no good, and Koev with the ball on the move in transition.
I think Schmidt got a hand on that too.
Brassinelli as Gentile comes to check in. Koev, and they're going to call an offensive foul. Looked like just a little too much there on the pick by Dumas. And that will send him to the bench as Merkin checks in.
You know, you don't want to see people go out, obviously, Dumas being a starter, but I think this could be key, getting Merkin in at the start of a momentum swing.
Yeah, I agree. They got to get Merkin in here. He's gonna heat up at some point. 3, and that's good, and that's a tough one for the Panthers. That's Eli Ifra again.
I mean, that's just a great, confident shot from Ifra.
2 minutes approaching here left in the second quarter. As Brassinelli to Merkin. Vaughn. Wow, no contact, no calls. Shot is long. Rebound Westwood, and a travel. Wow.
There we go. Westwood's already 5 points above their first half average, and Holliston 5 points below theirs.
Quick whistle there, too. Maybe a little bit of a makeup call. And regardless, it's Panther ball under their hoop. They'll have a full shot clock up top to Merkin. He drives, left side, blocked. It's excellent defense by the Wolverines. But it'll be Panther ball, 29 seconds to go. On the shot clock, 1:51 to go, second quarter. Inbound to Frassinelli. Kick back up to Merkin.
Double teamed, it looks like.
Vaughn is open, jacks it up for 3. It's short. Nobody there for the rebound except a Wolverine. As they push the ball up in transition, that's a turnover into the hands of Merkin. Merkin on the move. He finds Gentile, pulls up, re-kicks to Koev.
Great dish by Merkin there.
As the Panthers reset, Merkin fires long. Still yet to score.
Rare occurrence so far from him.
Hopefully the law of averages will see it through in the second half for him. 1 minute coming up to go here in the second quarter in the first half for the Panthers. Shot from the corner is good.
And he's uncovered. It looked like a miscommunication in the zone there.
I believe that was Patrick Cassavant. As now Westwood building its lead. Panthers had it down to 10 and the ball not too long ago, Bryson, and now back up to 16.
And, you know, basketball is obviously a game of runs, so if it can work in Westwood's favor, it can work again for Holliston's favor, whether it be the start of something now in the last 47 seconds of the half or right out of the locker room to start the second half of tonight's game.
Merkin in the paint, kicks it wide open. Koev, the lefty, short rebound. And a foul on the Panthers.
Okay, that's on number 25. And that will be on Joe Gentile. I didn't say anything there, but the ref did, and he's in control of the game, not me. So
as much as we wish we could control it, unfortunately we can't.
that's the Panthers' 8th foul, and that is why number 24, that's Weeman, goes to the line, makes the first one. And the lefty Weeman is good on both. So Merkin and the ball, trying to get some points, little bit of momentum going in their favor into the half as Merkin works crossover, kicks it back out to Vaughn. Vaughn up fakes, nice crossover, but then blocked, gets his own rebound. Merkin open in the corner, kicks it to Frassinelli, short.
Oh, that looked so good. The ball movement there. If only these shots could fall.
Yep. They're getting good looks. 3 seconds in the half. Isha rattles in and out, fortunately for the Panthers. So that will bring the first half to a close here in Holliston on senior night. It's 28-10. Westwood will take a short break and be back for the second half in a moment.
So I heard Andrew gave you some filler.
Andrew, yeah, well, before the game when he was telling me, just about him and Kelly coaching and then I was talking to Spencer a little bit, but yeah, no, he was just more about him and Kelly and Westwood, which I already kind of used up a little bit. Sure.
Yeah, that sounds good.
And you just know them from Millis, and you went to school with Austin.
Yeah, I was in preschool with Austin.
Yeah.
And my mom worked with his grandmother at DCF for a while, so known them a while.
Gotcha.
And you know him through?
Well, mostly through Jack. My son had played with Spencer. They were in the same grade. And then just got to know Merck, watching the games sitting over there. And then we started golfing, golf probably 5 or 7 times a year together.
Yeah, he's a big golfer.
They were on the trivia show. We had the Merkins.
Oh, really? I got to take a look at that episode.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, Ben took on another basketball parents. Welcome back to Rowles Fieldhouse. It is senior night here in Holliston. The Panthers are playing the Westwood Wolverines, and it's been pretty much all Wolverines tonight, 28-10. Although the score doesn't really indicate what's going on with the Panthers, Bryson.
Not really. Foley, he's got 6, and Vaughn's got 4. This is honestly a rare occurrence. Usually they have a really good start and they're neck and neck with the team, and then if they do end up losing, it comes down to fourth quarter stuff. It's rare that they're behind by this much at the start of the second half. So I'm interested to see how that's going to affect them, and maybe they'll make a run, because some teams that works more in their favor, coming back versus holding on to a lead. So I think that's going to play a role tonight. And also, I touched on it towards the end of the first half, Holliston's 5 under what they normally average coming into the second half, and Westwood is now 13 points above what they'd normally be averaging. So,
and Merkin has 0 points, which we know is extremely uncharacteristic of the senior captain. So we know he's ready to hopefully get his shot off here in the second half as the Wolverines start with the ball. It's a jumper. It bounces around and right into the hands of Merkin. Panthers now going left to right, facing their hometown fans, and all the senior night decorations up on the wall in front of them. Perhaps some inspiration as Vaughn just tipped away.
I noticed he waited a little bit there. If he just went right away, that would have been a 2 for him.
Nice jump shot by number 12. That is Donegan for Westwood as they apply a little pressure. And this is their third different type of press they put on the Panthers today.
Yeah, it looks like a 2-2-1 press. I mean, the press has been working so far, so I would stick with it if I'm Westwood.
Merkin is long with his shot. Rebound Westwood. Crowd is trying. There's a lot of clapping here. The team is trying to get themselves some energy from the bench as shot clock gets down to about 15. It looked like travel there before, and now a Panther foul.
He can get up there.
So that is 24. Andrew Weeman, he's the one who started off covering Merkin. I'm just going to take a guess this kid plays football. I don't know. He seems like a football playing type of basketball player.
Normally what I've seen from the football playing basketball players, they don't really have as good of a shot as this guy. I mean, I think he's 100% at the line so far. Maybe if not, I think it's like 80 or 90. And he can shoot. He's a good all-around player.
And makes both, as you say that, Bryson. And Panthers now digging themselves a big hole and trying to deal with this pressure, and the steal and one by Westwood. That is Eli Ifra. He is only a sophomore, so he will be a force to be reckoned with here in the Tri-Valley coming up in the next 2 years.
And that's the story for Westwood usually as Coach Venetian takes the time out. They've always been a force to be reckoned with, at least in the past 4 years that I've been in high school, and right now they're at the top of the Tri-Valley League. So he'll be, along with a lot of these players, the rising class for them. But I'm noticing this press is starting to come more and more into play, as we just saw the thrown away pass for 2 and then the foul. You got to, I think, come up with a new strategy to break this press. I don't know exactly what that looks like, but I'm sure if you're the Panthers, you've practiced this and prepped for this, and I think it's time to pull some new stuff out from up the sleeve, so to speak.
So we'll see what Coach Venetian does here in this timeout. A smart timeout to just here early in the second half. 6:29 still to go in the third quarter, as the Panthers try to regroup and get some offense going. I think that would solve a lot of problems just to get some points on the board, and we know that always helps on the defensive end. So it will be Ifra at the line.
That's a really good point, Brian. Just like, if you're not making your shots, I feel like you're not as motivated to play as good of defense, because it's almost like, well, what's the point? If we're not going to score off of holding them down, then what's the point of even playing good defense? So yeah, the offense has to control everything here.
So,
and it is.
And it is, especially for Westwood. We're hoping that it's going to happen for the Panthers, as Gentile has the ball far side to Merkin. Weeman all over him as he kicks to a wide open Dumas, and it's good. Bombs away for Caden Dumas.
The no-look pass and the great finish from Dumas. Yes, that's what we want to see.
So Panthers now digging in, under 6 minutes to go, third quarter. A little hesitation from Ifra, but no carry. Panthers in there, back to their man-to-man, pull-up jumper, good. You can't really let them get into the paint quite that easily.
And they were doing a better job with that earlier with the successful or semi-successful 2-3.
It's Merkin here on senior night. Koev, Gentile, Vaughn. Dumas cutting through the middle, not much there. Shot clock now at 14. Merkin to the lane, he'll get himself to the foul line.
And that will set him up to get 2. He's good at the line, and that's a great take by Merkin, drawing the contact and hoping to get some points here.
So Austin Merkin, the senior captain, to the line. First one is good, so he is now in the books. Merkin, his second shot, in and out. Westwood rebound. They bring it up quickly. Weeman driving, right side, strong layup. Uncontested for the most part.
The paint's getting pretty weak, wide open for Westwood.
Merkin trapped right here in front of us. Panther ball. So hopefully the Panthers can keep their heads up here. This is a crucial point in the game where a run could be made, or this could turn into a situation that, let's just say, the fans don't want to see here in Holliston tonight.
That's exactly right. And third quarter seems to be the Panthers' quarter. I mean, that's what they're averaging the highest points in, and that's always what we see. We see a big drive from them, a big run, and I think they could do that here, but they got to get moving.
And hopefully get some shots up here. Is beautiful move by Koev. Excellent rebound, gets his own shot. He's trying to fight down there, and Koev, what a workhorse on that sequence, and a great effort there. And that's what the Panthers need, just what you were saying, Bryson.
Exactly. He stayed with it. That's what Coach Venetian said in his senior description. Gives 100% effort 100% all the time, and that's a great example.
Oh, I want to charge. Great. He's about to complain again, but that's a charge called as great defense by the Panthers. I thought Joe had a clean steal, but also I did not see who took the charge there,
That was
Bryson.
Koev.
That was Koev.
Again with it.
Well, that's what a senior does. Mm-hmm. That's what a senior captain does. Dumas inbounding it under the Wolverines basket. Panthers a little bit of momentum
It's starting to come. It's starting to come, but you gotta keep that, as it looks like Foley's going to check in, their highest scorer so far. So that will help to get him going again.
Merkin on the baseline. Doom is for 3. It's long, high rebound. Tipped and will be Panther ball as Frassinelli went up for it. 2 Wolverines tipped at it, and it'll be Panther ball as Foley checks in. He was the offense in the first half for the Panthers. Dumas near corner. It's Koev. Foley calling it, demanding it, kicks it back out. Juggled by Frassinelli. Panthers reset.
I like that opportunity to feed Dylan down there.
Koev in the paint. Kicks it. Merkins working his way. Jump step. Blocked. Koev. Frassinelli. Shot clock at 10. They still have time. Frassinelli on the baseline and a score.
The patience from the Panthers there. They did not give up on that possession.
3:15 and left here in the third quarter. Panthers playing some of their best basketball tonight in these last couple of moments. Westwood player falls to the ground. Ball's in the hands of Dumas. He's on the move. He's driving. Kicks to Frassinelli, and he'll get himself to the line.
Great play from all those guys. Dumas there. He had Andre. At first I was screaming in my head, pass it, but he waited, hit him at the right time, and Bobby gets the contact. Now he'll shoot and hopefully cut this lead down to under 20.
Frassinelli first one is short. Gonzalez, Zacheski check in. Koev and Dumas come out. Koev, great stretch of basketball.
Phenomenal stretch. One of the best stretches I've seen from him.
Second one is good by Frassinelli. Panthers, no pressure though from the Panthers, and we have a substitution trying to happen as Mari Ashley checks in. I think this is his first minutes of the game for Westwood. And no press by the Panthers. That's interesting to me, down all these points.
Yeah,
maybe not quite the team to press with as I look at the group that's out there.
Yeah, and usually when they have their best lineup, so to speak, they're not usually a huge pressing team.
And a travel there, so Merkin forced him into a travel with some good D. And it'll be Panther ball. Gonzalez. Frassinelli far side. OZ back in the corner. Nice up fake by Gonzalez. A floater, no good. And a charge is called. Boy, Holliston just can't get a break.
Yeah, that was, right place, right time for Westwood there.
A lot of contact. And it's going to be Westwood ball. So a charge on Gonzalez.
If only charge zone.
Yeah.
Like the NBA.
So Westwood with the ball. Player injured for Westwood as he takes a break for a moment. That shot is good. 3.
Can't let that happen.
And Westwood over 40 points. Merkin still looking for his first field goal tonight. Credit the Westwood defense. They've been all over him tonight.
Yeah, Merkin's got to have been the top of Westwood's defensive game plan.
Nice kick by Merkin. It's good. That's 3 for Gonzalez. And Mike Gonzalez giving the Panthers a little life and very light pressure.
Mike G is always there for the clutch shot. And
Merkin on the floor grabs the ball. We got a tussle down low. Excellent defense by Merkin, firing up the crowd here on senior night.
You know what, Brian? He may not be making shots, but he's doing everything else. He's passing, he's hustling, he's stealing, he's rebounding.
And that's what you need your best player to do.
Yep.
And he is a true team player, Austin Merkin, as he has the ball over half court. Drives, kicks. Oh boy, and they're going to call a charge on Austin after he passed the ball. And that's another tough break for the Panthers. That'll be Merkin's second.
Luckily, he's only at 2 this semi-late in the game. Usually it's a little bit more, but yeah, tough calls here for the Panthers.
Westwood right over half court. Corner 3 is good. As Merkin brings it right back up the court. Merkin up top.
So they're going to look ideally for the post.
And a foul, not allowing a lot of contact. Let's just say that. These refs calling it very tight. As Dylan Foley was fouled.
And I'm not just saying this because I have a bias towards the Panthers, but I'm always a big fan of letting them play, especially if it's in the post and it's mutual contact.
Stolen by Westwood. Picked it up. Well, I guess he didn't have possession there in the middle. Almost stolen by Merkin. And Westwood will be patient and reset. Working the ball around. Westwood, well, I was about to say no rush to shoot. As I say that, Ifra fires a 3 and it's good.
That's been his spot tonight.
And he's a confident young player as a sophomore.
He is.
And ref having a word with the coach. Not sure what happened, but Panther ball. Westwood has backed off their press up 25 points. As Foley around Frassinelli. Gonzalez goes baseline. Nice dish to OZ. It's just long, rattles out. Oh, and it's stolen by Merkin. Up and good.
Should have been an M1 there, but
right at the buzzer. So as you were saying about Austin, it never stops, never gives up, even in the final seconds of a game where they're down a lot.
He's a competitor. He has been since whenever probably he could walk, whenever he could hold a basketball. And that extends to all sports, really. I played football with him growing up, basketball. He's one of these guys that no matter what it is, he always has to compete. And that's a lot of the players on this team. I think we're still seeing that. And we've seen a lot of losses this year, obviously, with them being 3-13, and they don't give up. That's not this team. They're not whining. They're not getting on each other, getting down on themselves. And they fight it out till the end. And I think we're going to see that either way, regardless of a comeback or not. I think they will play until the final whistle.
That's what we want to see here on Holliston tonight. It is the final quarter, is the fourth quarter, barring an unbelievable comeback for overtime. So your Panthers on the court. It is Merkin, Zacheski, Gonzalez, Sinelli, and Foley. And yeah, they're just going to need some offense and some stops. It's really that simple. Westwood's ball to start, and a quick foul. And they've had a hard time containing Ifra tonight. He has been unstoppable, essentially.
Yeah, and he wasn't even on my radar going into tonight's game. I don't think he had very many, if any, points last time these two teams faced.
He might have been out as well. I read a couple of scouting notes and had heard that Westwood did not have their top guard the last time they played, and this must be him as Merkin goes up and one, and it's good.
There we go.
So here comes Austin Merkin in his final 7.5 minutes here in his home gym of Holliston. He puts it up and in, looking to complete one.
I also respect the student section for sticking around here.
Yeah, they have not left. There's a whole crew of them still there waiting to erupt with a little noise from the Panther basketball team, and still time. Stolen by Merkin from behind on the double team. He's on the move, pulls up, scores.
There we go. He's starting to cook.
Austin Merkin. Crowd getting back into it. Little pressure from the Panthers. Coach yelling to force it right, force Ifra right. And he is right about that. Mike not able to do that. The Panther foul. And the foul was on, I believe, Gonzalez. I think that's his third.
I saw two guys on the floor, so wasn't quite sure who was on.
Ball inbounded way up top near half court. Into the game is going to be Dumas in a moment. Three from Ifra, air ball, rebound. Gonzalez, he's fouled. A good defensive set there.
Yeah, holding them to, I mean, obviously if Ifra made it, we'd be having a different discussion, but yeah, that wasn't a great look. He had to chuck it up, and you're coming away with a good defensive set if you're Holliston.
So Dumas will check in for Frassinelli. And Gonzalez gets himself to the line, the senior, Michael Gonzalez. Rattles in and out. Boy. I'm going to bite my tongue on this one as Dylan Foley is called for the foul on the free throw. And that will send Wolverines to the line. That is the Panthers' 7th team foul. Tough break for the Panthers. I guess the foul on Owen, not Foley. So my mistake there. Second free throw attempt for Westwood. This is number 11, Ryan Gaffney, and it's good. So just had the Panthers had something going.
Yep.
Couple of whistles. Pull up by Merkin, short.
And there's always those factors that, you know, you can look at, but you really can't control some of these calls.
Nothing you can do about the reffing. Panthers just have to play hard here and grind it out in this final 6 minutes plus. And a nice give and go by Westwood as the lay-in counts, and Gonzalez brings it back up half court to Foley. Dumas, couple of picks, the roll, nothing there, turnover, and a wide open layup by the Wolverines. And this is a dangerous time for the Panthers now, under 6 minutes to go at home, in senior night especially.
Very dangerous. I mean, at this point, not to be too pessimistic, but it would take a miracle, like you said earlier, to come back from this. But I think, you know, you can take some of this, you know, chunks of it here, chunks of it there, and take that into your next game at Norwood on Friday, another very good TVL team. And, you know, with 3 games left, there's still some stuff that you can take away, just like with anything. I mean, the hustle, the staying together as a team, and you know what? Enjoy it, just especially for these seniors. You got 3 games left. Have fun. That's why you play. Continue to have fun, no matter what the score is.
That's an excellent point, Bryce, especially for these seniors in their final 6 minutes here at home. And it's almost one of those things, ignore the score and just hustle here and scrap. And maybe try to get, the crowd is still here. Nobody has left the building. And try to get them excited maybe for the final few minutes as Kolev brings it back over. Down low to Gentile. He's off the glass and good with the kiss. Joey Gentile from the left side, the senior.
His first 2 of the night.
Nice to get him in the scorebook here in his final home game as a Panther. Shot is short. And a great rebound by Owens Chesky.
That's the defensive end in him.
Koev. Gonzalez. He's going to pull up from the foul line. It's long. Rebound. Rebound by the Panthers, and it's Owens Chesky with a fantastic play.
There's been a lot of good little spurts here for some of these seniors who didn't play as much or maybe were out some of the season. I like to see that for these guys.
And a Westwood basket. I believe the basket is good. And there'll be a foul on Westwood. So it'll be Panther ball. Looks like Gentile going to the line. So basket counted. And Joey G hitting the line here for a, I believe, 1-on-1, maybe 2 shots. We'll see here. 8th team foul for Westwood. Oh, there it makes the first, and he'll go to the line again. Joey's got a smile on his face. As you said, having fun.
Yep.
And leave it up to Joe. Always a positive athlete. Second one is good for Gentile. Dumas. This baseline move gets it off to Shaw, down low, tipped away, but just off the hands of Dumas. Got it.
Little upset with that one.
As the ball rolls up into the stands. 4:35 to go. And Westwood inbounds it down low. Nice up and under and good. That is number 33. And that's Oliver Gannon. Koev. And a foul. A lot of bumping and pushing there by number 5, Dylan Walsh. As it looks like Westwood is starting to clear their bench a little bit, although Ephra's still in the game.
I mean, as they should. It seems like they've got a lot of young talent here, so might as well test them out.
And Ephra comes out for what appears to be his final seconds in the game. What a heck of a night for Eli Ephra, the sophomore for Westwood.
Yeah, like you said, he's going to be dangerous. He's got another 2 in him, maybe a growth spurt here and there.
Second one is missed by Gonzalez. And an offensive foul. That's Koev on the floor as Joe Gentile helps him up. So excellent defense by Koev.
That's his second charge of the night.
The senior. 4 minutes to go. And Koev working to his right, throws it up, and goes! Panthers have cut the lead to 21, my bad. Good stretch here for the Panthers. Koev playing defense. Ball's moved around, baseline. Nice pass down low underneath. And that's Gannon again. He was in that paint for quite a while.
Gannon Jr., he's another guy that TVL should watch out for next year.
Koev to Gentile. He looks to work. Owen driving. Owen shooting. No call as he ends up on the floor. And now a foul on Owen.
Yeah, I think that was more of a frustration play than anything.
And he'll come out, looks like. And Dylan Foley checks in. So foul sends number 34. That's Amari Ashley. He was injured earlier. Good to see him back in the game. And he'll go to the line with 3:14 left. 59-36. Westwood make that 60.
So, Brian, I'm just realizing I was under the impression, too, that this is their last home game. Apparently, Thursday the 16th is their last home game versus Hopedale.
Great. Then detract everything I've said about this being the final home game for the seniors.
A little confused why senior night would be tonight, but.
And it looks like that was a turnover as Merkin checks back in for Gonzalez at the 3:05 mark. Backcourt violation for the Panthers. Merkin almost a steal. Panthers are back in there man-to-man. But all seniors out there except for, all seniors out there. Wide open layup is long and rebound is good. Uncontested by the Panthers. Dumas working to his right. Foley. Oh boy. And a foul off the ball somehow on Caden Dumas.
Yeah, at this point, I mean, you kind of just got to let him play it out. There's really no advantage unless it's something really ridiculous of calling a play. It's not really even a foul. It's not really a tight game.
Yeah, I'm not sure what if there was even an infraction there, but it was away from the ball, I must admit. Wasn't staring at it. The ball is lost and regained by Koev. Merkin, baseline, bounce pass, far corner to Koev. Elevates, short, gets his own rebound. And fouled.
Koev's
Andre.
having a game.
I love it. Love to see the emotion here, too, with 2 minutes to go. And, that says a lot about a young athlete, too. With this type of a difference in the score. And still yelling, screaming, and showing emotion out there. Love to see it.
Especially as a senior captain. I mean, it's so easy to just blow something like this off and say, oh, we still have a couple games left. I want to stay fresh for that. Or, he's still fighting. You're absolutely right.
First one's good. So is the second from the lefty with the nice touch. Panthers barely a press at this 2 minutes to go. Ball rolls out of bounds. It'll be Panther ball. So, final 2 minutes here tonight in Holliston. Merkin for three, long. And then bounces off the stanchion, holding up the backboard. That will be a turnover for the Panthers. Near steal by Andre. Again, look at the hustle. What a lesson for the younger players.
Always hustle. That's why he's a captain.
Nice block by Dylan Foley. Looked like he got a fingertip on that. Works the paint. Koev cutting. Bounce pass. Beautiful basketball.
Great team basketball. The handoff to Koev from Merkin, and then the beautiful pass from Koev into Foley there.
That's beautiful offense by the Panthers. And, man, these refs are, I don't know if they're getting paid by the whistle tonight, Bryson, or what the story is, but, or maybe they don't want to go home tonight.
Yeah,
maybe they're in no rush to get home, but.
I don't blame them. It's a Tuesday night. There's no place I'd rather be than this high school.
And they are, that was a foul on Westwood somewhere, somehow, we're not sure, but it is a Panther ball. Approaching a minute left. Koev. He tries an up and under, no good. Nobody touched it. It'll be Westwood ball. As Andres helped off the floor by his teammates. Ball is inbounded. Under a minute to go in this contest. Up fake. And Westwood essentially killing the clock at this point. Long three is good, and that's Ryan Gaffney, the junior. And not much room for him to work there, especially in the paint. I thought he was trying to size up his defender to take him. Great drive by Foley. He scores and ends up on the floor.
This whole team so capable, especially these seniors. We saw a little bit of everything from all these guys tonight.
And the final moments here at the Rowles Fieldhouse as the clock winds down. Under 5 seconds to go in this contest as Westwood will just dribble out the ball. It is a 65-42 victory for the Westwood Wolverines over the hometown Panthers. And Bryson, any final thoughts as we wrap up senior night here at the Rowles Fieldhouse in Holliston?
I mean, really, Brian, I'm just looking down at my paper. There's a decent point spread for the Holliston team. We saw some stuff from guys that we don't normally see from. Vaughn and Merkin being usually the two loudest were the quietest tonight. But Merkin still played phenomenal basketball, maybe not points-wise, but I think there's a lot to look at from this game. All in all, just a great way to honor the seniors the best way possible. Obviously, they'd like to have gotten that W, but I think there's some positive things to look at here tonight.
I'm with you. A lot of leadership shown by the senior club. Despite the big deficit, they were fighting hard until the end. How much did we talk about Koev and Owen and Merkin as well on the glass? And again, our seniors in one of their final games here on final senior night, of course, and one of their final home games. Let's recognize those seniors again. That is number 3, Andre Koev. Number 4, Bobby Frassinelli. Number 10, Owen Zacheski. Number 14, Michael Gonzalez. Number 24, Dylan Foley. Number 25, Joey Gentile. Number 33, Caden Dumas. And number 35, Austin Merkin. So your seniors were recognized tonight. Tough loss for the Panthers, but that will do it from the Rowles Fieldhouse here in Holliston. For Panther basketball, I'd like to thank Bryson Mustard next to me and our Holliston Cable Access Television crew behind me. And until next time.
Adios.
Thank you.